Tonight on News 5 Live, new surveillance footage reveals Gabriel Oriano's final moments at the hangar. And the Minister of Education shares his thoughts on the heartbreaking drowning. In other news, arrests have been made in the shooting death of Brandon Baptist, with one suspect claiming self-defense. Meanwhile, two Belize City residents face charges for gang involvement. Attorney Eamon Courtney has announced that the date for the upcoming general election won't be revealed this Friday. And don't miss this week's edition of the 5-Point Breakdown, where we dive deep into the issue of vehicle fraud. Stay tuned. All these stories and more are coming up in just 1 minute.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Wednesday, February 5th. I am Sabrina Daly. News 5 has obtained new surveillance footage showing the final moments before 6-year-old autistic student Gabriel Oriano tragically drowned in the hangar area. The death of this Stella Maris student has sent shockwaves across the country. We've heard from his relatives and an advocate for children with autism. The Minister of Education, Francis Fonseca, has also provided an update on the ministry's investigation. But before we dive into that, we bring you these new videos from surveillance cameras near the hangar. The footage shows people nearby as Gabriel climbed onto the seawall and entered the water. It also captures the moment a group of people worked to recover his lifeless body and one man's attempt to perform CPR. News 5's Paul Lopez has the details.
On Tuesday night, News 5 shared surveillance videos that traced the heartbreaking journey of 6-year-old Gabriel Oriano, an autistic student. The footage shows Gabriel's path from in front of Puma gas station to the sidewalk near Midtown restaurant. He had left his school, Stella Maris, undetected on Monday. Several cameras captured his movements starting at 12:43 p.m. on the busy Freetown Road and continued until 1 p.m. on Princess Margaret Drive. With the help of Gabriel's family, News 5 obtained footage showing the moments he arrived at the hangar area and the tragic scene when his lifeless body was pulled from the sea just minutes later. We warned viewers that the following video may be disturbing. At 1:09 p.m., Gabriel turned off Princess Margaret Drive onto St. Edward Street, heading towards the sea. He went from running to walking as he got closer to the water. Another camera angle captured him walking towards the seawall in the hangar area. Gabriel slowed down as he approached the end of the road, then climbed onto the seawall and disappeared behind a parked bus. 5 minutes later, two individuals exited their vehicle and walked towards the bus. The woman in the video then made a phone call. At 1:16 p.m., 6 minutes after Gabriel was last seen behind the bus, his lifeless body was spotted floating in the sea. The same two individuals were visibly distressed by what they saw. By 1:19 p.m., a group of 6 people were at the scene, working to recover Gabriel's body. He was pulled from the water 8 minutes after he was last seen on camera. Despite efforts to perform CPR, he could not be resuscitated. Gabriel's family told News 5 that seeing his final moments has given them some closure. However, there are still many questions about how the autistic child managed to leave a school dedicated to special needs children undetected and why no one intervened to help him, even though he was running along a busy street for nearly 40 minutes. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Today, the community expressed outrage at the public who were along the route that little Gabriel Oriano ran on Monday afternoon, before his body was found in the Caribbean Sea near the hangar. As shown on News 5's Tuesday evening broadcast, several surveillance cameras captured the young boy running through traffic. While reports indicate that a few people tried to stop him at various points, no one was able to catch him. News 5's Marian Ali spoke with a mother who attempted to detain Gabriel while she saw him running. She is heartbroken that she couldn't save him, and the community is disappointed in those who did nothing to help. Here's that report.
The video of 6-year-old Gabriel Pablo Oriano running through the busy streets from Princess Margaret Drive, down Freetown Road, onto Kelly Street and Marine Parade during Monday's lunch hour traffic has left many residents outraged. They're furious because no one stopped to check on Gabriel, take him into custody, and hand him over to the authorities. Less than an hour after these images were captured, his body was found floating in the sea near the hangar. Gabriel, a child with special needs, was failed by those who saw him running and did nothing to help. This inaction has particularly upset Kezia Young, a mother of a child with special needs.
So much people were out there. So much people made it out there watch this little boy to run middle street. And if uno me even care as my society, uno me realize that in our Stella Maris uniform. Anybody will know what Stella Maris School is about. Stella Maris School is a school that not for quote unquote retarded picnic. Uno get the idea out of our head one time. Alright, it's for differently able kids. It's for kids who have issues hearing, kids who have issues seeing, kids who have intellectual issue. And while I uno like stereotype Stella Maris School, uno stereotype the school so much that one least 6-year-old boy in his uniform could have run down the damn street and get yourself hurt because absolutely nobody stop. Absolutely nobody stop and address the Lee boy.
News 5 spoke with Brittany Banks, who tearfully recounted how she tried to chase after Gabriel but couldn't keep up with him. Banks explained that she was at home when she saw Gabriel running past her house.
What caught my attention was the little boy in Middle Street and a delivery guy holla Spanish, where you going? So I come downstairs and I look out. And when I look out and I realized that he was in a Stella Maris uniform, I left my house and I walked around the lane, and by the time I reached the lane by the school on Wilson Street, I saw him already past the Sister Cecilia home, and at that same time a guy was passing on a bicycle, and I told him, catch that little boy, he run with her somebody. He was already by Mexican embassy, going to the direction of Mose.
Banks said she initially turned back and went home, but when an employee from Stella Maris School came by a few minutes later asking about the child, she realized something was seriously wrong and sprang into action.
I'm not sure if it was a teacher or a security, but I think it's a helper at the school. She came looking for the little boy. She couldn't even breathe good because she would look like she was running. Okay. So I asked her, were you looking for the little boy? And I explained to her the direction the little boy went. And I tell her, matter of fact, let me get my babies and I'll take you in the car. And we went looking. I tell her, we're going the same exact direction he went, that I saw he went. So we went. And we went to Mose. Asked the girls inside. They said, yes, he just went so about 30 minutes ago. So I said, okay, thank you. Jump in the vehicle. And we drive to park. And I asked the security across the street, did you see the little boy? He said, yes, he went down more. So we drive. And I asked the young lady, I said, what we're going to do because we're looking. She said, well, take me back to school, let me check if he's already. Someone caught him because it was more than one teacher is looking for him. So I dropped she back to school hoping that yes, they caught him.
When the news broke later that afternoon about a child's body being pulled from the sea, Banks realized it was the same little boy she had tried to save. She admitted feeling a deep sense of guilt.
It hurt me thinking, what should I have done more? If it was only me, should I have go farther looking for him?
This morning, we hit the streets to gather opinions, and everyone we spoke with echoed Kezia Young's sentiment. Those who stood by and did nothing are to blame for Gabriel's tragic death.
If it's me and I see the kid run, I may put my effort and not only put my effort, I may make sure that I stop him by run up a bike or car and go ahead and ask them what happened. And when you're here, you can't respond. You take him to the police station. Or back to the school because I got a uniform.
So then should I may have one consideration and just hold and grab her. A two-person could grab the little boy man, you know that strong. You understand? So I'm so sorry to hear about it. And my condolences go to the family.
For the boy, that shouldn't happen. That's why bad me about the whole thing there. It shouldn't happen. Everybody at fault when they come to the boy there.
The Ministry of Education and the police are currently investigating the matter. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.
In the aftermath of Gabriel's tragic death, the Belize National Teachers Union, BNTU, has rallied behind Stella Maris School. In a press release, the BNTU expressed unwavering support for the school's teachers, pledging to provide the necessary counseling to help them cope with the shock and grief. The union emphasized that this incident does not reflect the true essence of Stella Maris School, which has long been a beacon of hope and education for some of Belize's most vulnerable children. Despite the current sorrow, the school remains committed to its mission. Meanwhile, an investigation is underway to understand how Gabriel managed to leave the school grounds. Today, the Minister of Education, Francis Fonseca, met with Gabriel's family and the school's administration. Preliminary findings suggest that Gabriel exited through the main entrance.
We're working along with the Belize Police Department as well. The investigating officer is Detective McLaughlin. And she joined me this morning at Stella Maris School, where I had an opportunity to meet with Pablo's mother, his grandmother, and his aunt. I will meet with his father and members of his father's family later today. But we had an opportunity to speak with them, to respond as best as possible to all of their questions and concerns, and to express our full support for them during this very, very, very difficult time. We also had an opportunity, I also had an opportunity to of course, meet with the principal, members of staff, Pablo's teacher. So a comprehensive investigation is underway, a joint investigation, the ministry along with the Belize Police Department. Based on the interim report, it seems that he exited the compound from the main entrance. It seems that way, but again, I'm saying repeatedly, let's wait for the final report, the final investigation. The police are looking at other videos, so that is the preliminary view.
While many city residents have taken to Facebook and other platforms to share their opinions on who is to blame for Gabriel's death, the investigation is still ongoing, according to Minister Fonseca. He emphasized that the ministry carefully selects schools' wardens who are equipped to handle children with special needs. Fonseca also highlighted Stella Maris's impressive track record, noting that the institution has served Belize exceptionally well for decades and will continue to do so.
We're working along with the Belize Police Department as well. The investigating officer is Detective McLaughlin. And she joined me this morning at Stella Maris School, where I had an opportunity to meet with Pablo's mother, his grandmother, and his aunt. I will meet with his father and members of his father's family later today. But we had an opportunity to speak with them, to respond as best as possible to all of their questions and concerns, and to express our full support for them during this very, very, very difficult time. We also had an opportunity, I also had an opportunity to of course, meet with the principal, members of staff, Pablo's teacher. So a comprehensive investigation is underway, a joint investigation, the ministry along with the Belize Police Department. Based on the interim report, it seems that he exited the compound from the main entrance. It seems that way, but again, I'm saying repeatedly, let's wait for the final report, the final investigation. The police are looking at other videos, so that is the preliminary view.
Minister Fonseca announced that once the ongoing investigation wraps up, there will be 2 reports, an interim one and a final one. Right now, all the details surrounding Gabriel's tragic incident are being collected. Fonseca assured that all the findings will be shared with both Gabriel's family and the public once everything is complete.
An interim report has been produced, but there's still a lot more to be done. There's still a lot more to be investigated. You know, they've talked to, obviously talked to the principal, teachers, members of staff, school wardens. They've also talked to eyewitnesses. As you all know, there have been many people who have come forward saying they saw little Pablo different parts of the city. they're talking to all of those people. They've also, of course, interviewed family members. So that is ongoing. So they have also retrieved and viewed a number of different videos that have surfaced, both from the school and from on the streets. I think some of those have already been made public. So that is ongoing, and we hope, over the next few days, again, another few people have come forward. The police are meeting with them, interviewing them. So we hope over the next few days to get a final report on the matter, which we will then, of course, share with the family first, discuss with them, and share with them. And then we will, of course, make that available to the public through the media.
Coming up, one suspect charged in shooting death of Brandon Baptist.
In 2020, we committed to delivering on our promise to make Belize safer, stronger, and more united, true to the vision of Plan Belize. Through the establishment of the Leadership Intervention Unit, we continue transforming lives. The Tabao Vocational Training Program gives Belizeans a second chance, empowering over 70 graduates in trades that rebuild homes, communities, and dreams. With the William Dawson Peace Cup, the ministry is using sports as a tool for peace building and unity. From rural villages to urban streets, young men are discovering camaraderie, life skills, and hope. Also in 2021, to strengthen justice, we partnered with the U.S. government to upgrade scenes of crimes offices in Belmopan, Dangriga, and Ladyville. With state-of-the-art facilities and international standards, evidence is handled with integrity, ensuring justice for all. This investment is a testament to our commitment to fairness and the rule of law, enhancing trust in our justice system and securing a brighter future for Belize. Together under Plan Belize, we are building a nation that's safe, just, and full of opportunity. For you, for our children, for Belize. A safer Belize begins with us. Let's keep building together.
Confidence. Design Depot brings you an attractive selection of GE appliances, including microwaves, washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers, countertop appliances, and more. We understand the importance of appliances that not only endure, but also excel in performance. As your trusted GE USA authorized dealer, we stand for reliability and performance, ensuring that you can power on with confidence. Visit us today and power on with efficient, reliable, and energy-saving solutions with GE appliances from Design Depot.
Design Depot, all in one place.
Cooking just got easier with Kent Oils, your go-to choice for every dish. Available in 3 sizes and 3 great options: vegetable, corn, or canola oil. Perfect for frying, baking, sauteing, or grilling. Kent Oils deliver the quality you trust with a clean, natural flavor for all your cooking needs. Conveniently available at stores near you. Exclusively distributed by Unitex Company Limited.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
The Social Security Board, in collaboration with the Labor Department, takes this opportunity to remind insured persons of the requirements for compensation when on sick leave. Any employee who has worked with an employer for at least 2 months is entitled to 16 working days of sick leave with full pay every year. This is how it works. Upon approval of a sickness or injury benefit claim by SSD, 80% of the employee's weekly insurable earnings is paid as a Social Security benefit, and the difference in the employee's salary is paid by the employer. This is to ensure that the employee does not suffer any loss of wages when ill. After 16 days, compensation for sick leave is paid as a Social Security benefit only. Some conditions apply. This message is brought to you by the Social Security Board and the Labor Department. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
The deadly football match on Friday night left 1 person dead, 3 injured, and many spectators were in shock and traumatized. The alleged shooter has since surrendered to the police along with his licensed firearm. While no charges have been brought against him for the murder of Brandon Baptist, he faces 8 other charges, including attempted murder for the 3 surviving victims. This morning, shortly before 11 a.m., police escorted 29-year-old Siobhan Anthony Gotoy, a resident of Hibiscus Lane, to the Belize City Magistrates Court under special escort. Gotoy, accompanied by his attorney Orson O.J. Elrington, appeared before a senior magistrate. He was read 8 criminal and indictable offenses. The senior magistrate explained that due to the nature of the offenses, no plea would be taken, and she would only ensure that Gotoy understood the charges. She also informed him that she could not grant bail due to the severity of the offenses, and he would need to apply for bail at the High Court. Gotoy was charged with 2 counts of attempted murder upon John Greenidge and Gerson Mena, who counts of dangerous means of harm upon Greenidge and Mena, 3 counts of use of deadly means of harm upon Greenidge, Mena, and Cameron Williams, and 1 count of wounding upon Williams for the shooting incident on January 31st, 2025 at Marion Jones Stadium. Just before midday, Gotoy's arraignment concluded, and he was remanded to the Belize Central Prison until April 8th. Attorney Elrington is currently applying for bail at the High Court. On Friday night, shortly after 9 o'clock, police responded to reports of shots fired at Marion Jones Sporting Complex in Belize City. Upon arrival, they learned that several people had been injured and taken to the KHMH. At the hospital, they found Brandon Baptist, 39, John Greenidge, 37, and Cameron Williams, 21, all suffering from gunshot wounds. Initial investigations revealed that the men were watching a football game when an argument broke out, leading to multiple shots being fired. Baptist succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced dead on arrival at the KHMH. The investigation included recorded statements and video footage of the incident. Based on the evidence, Siobhan Anthony Gotoy was identified as the suspect. On February 2nd, Gatoy, a supervisor at Belize Western Energy Limited, turned himself in at the Queen Street Police Station with his attorney, Ronel Gonzalez. He handed over his licensed firearm, which was sealed and sent for forensic analysis. While in custody, Gatoy admitted to firing shots at Brandon Baptist in self-defense, leading to the 8 charges against him, though no charges for Baptist's death have been filed. In the aftermath of Friday night's deadly shooting at the Marion Jones complex, several individuals suspected of gang affiliation have been detained by the police. This led to the arrest and charging of 2 Flamboyant Street residents for separate gang-related offenses. Late this afternoon, GI3 police escorted a van to the Belize City Magistrates Court with the 2 men inside. Within minutes, 24-year-old Tafari Sanchez and 25-year-old Everil Sambula, both from Flamboyant Street, were brought in to face charges related to alleged gang activities. First up was Sanchez, who is charged with promoting gang-related activity. Allegedly on February 1st, 2025, Sanchez was seen in photos displaying gang hand signs associated with the Bloods. Sanchez, unrepresented, pleaded not guilty. Next was Sambula, a mechanic, charged with being a member of the Peace in the Village (PIV) gang and engaging in serious offenses. Sambula also pleaded not guilty. Chief Magistrate Jayani Wegodapola informed both men that, under Section 16 of the Crime Control and Criminal Justice Act, she couldn't grant them bail for 90 days. They were advised to apply for bail at the High Court with the help of an attorney. Both Sanchez and Sambula were remanded to the Belize Central Prison until May 5, 2025. Interestingly, in November 2024, Sambula was acquitted of 5 counts of robbery from a 2018 incident. The case fell apart when a key witness refused to testify, leading the Crown to discontinue the case. Sanchez also has a pending firearm charge in the lower court. Prime Minister John Briceño won't be announcing the date for the general election at Friday's special sitting of the House of Representatives. This was confirmed by Senior Counsel Eamon Courtney in response to a pre-action letter sent to the Attorney General, the Speaker of the House, and the Chair of the Elections and Boundaries Commission on February 4th. On Tuesday, Trinidadian attorney Anand Ramlogan, who is also called to the bar in Belize, wrote to these officials on behalf of his clients Jeremy Enriquez, Rudolph Norales, and Jessica Tulsi. The letter raised concerns about a potential breach of their constitutional rights if elections are called and held based on the current electoral district boundaries. The letter emphasized that before any general election can take place, the state must implement the proposals from the Elections and Boundaries Commission regarding the new electoral boundaries. This follows a consent order from the High Court related to a 2019 case brought by Smith et al. Against the Attorney General and others. Both the state and the commission acknowledged that the current voter distribution made it necessary to redefine the electoral boundaries. As a result, they agreed to amend the Representation of the People's Act to reflect these new boundaries. Although Courtney Koyi's response didn't tackle the concerns raised in the pre-action letter, it did clarify that the law firm represents both the Attorney General and the House Speaker. Meanwhile, Senior Counsel Godfrey Smith and via Marine Parade Chambers is handling matters for the Elections and Boundaries Commission. Albert Area Representative Tracy Panton and her Alliance for Democracy are urging attorney Christopher Malcolm, who represents opposition leader Shine Barrow, to reconsider mediation. The United Democratic Party is currently split over its leadership. In a letter from Panton's law firm, Arnold & Company, they emphasize that mediation could benefit both sides and help avoid a lengthy and costly legal battle. They've suggested Deborah Swift or Consuelo Godfrey as potential mediators from the court's list. On Monday, Panton appeared on the show Open Your Eyes, but she didn't mention any change of heart. Instead, she took the opportunity to criticize the legitimacy of the candidates Barrow has chosen to run against Alliance members in various constituencies.
They cannot be considered legitimate United Democratic Party candidates. They cannot. They did not follow the processes outlined in the constitution of the party, which we have always defended, and I've always stood up for the constitution of the United Democratic Party. They have gone through no process. These individuals have been foisted on the people in our constituencies. And let me tell you something. However this is determined, whoever uses the red or the white or the blue, people will know the difference by the quality of the candidate. And I say this, no disrespect to Mr. Oak. He ran in the 2015 general elections in Albert for the Green Party, and I supported him. I assisted him during the day because he had no infrastructure. So there's no ill will or disrespect for Mr. Oak. If you go to the people in Albert and you say, is Tracy UDP or Mr. Oak UDP? Who do you think the people of Albert will determine is the United Democratic Party's legitimate candidate?
After the break, Paul Lopez dives into vehicle scams. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
Digi is bringing the power of connectivity to every corner of Belize with our Digi on-the-go mobile store.
Ma, Digi dia.
Digi dia. Sign up for the fastest, most reliable home fiber service, purchase the latest device, or explore our wide range of services. This one-of-a-kind mobile store has it all. Our dedicated team brings the same high-quality in-store experience to you, ensuring you stay connected with friends, family, and the world.
You guys bringing the mobile here, it's really helpful, saving a lot of money for people going from the town, especially like in Punta Gorda, which is 25 miles away from here, which will cost a couple dollars for them to reach there. So having these caravan here, it's a lot easier, it's a lot cheaper, and you know, people are taking advantage. As you can see, we have a lot of people coming out today to purchase some of these devices, top-ups and even postpaid that they're eager to have, no?
Digi is connecting Belize one community at a time. Look out for the Digi on-the-go mobile store with exclusive deals and offers in a community near you. Follow us on our Digi Facebook page to see where we will be next.
Digi, our national telecom.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
February is all about Honda. Get special pricing and discounts on all Honda products. Enjoy up to 25% off select Honda products and 20% off Honda parts. Don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make your purchase. There will also be a bike rally throughout the streets of Belize City, Blue Creek, and Spanish Lookout on February 8th, 15th, and 22nd respectively. All participants will get free oil change. Check out our Facebook page for more details. Love your Honda. It's all about deals and discounts on Honda products throughout the month of February. Only at Benquip Equipment Parts Service.
Discover a shopping experience like no other at the V department store. At the V, you'll find a vast array of products at unbeatable prices, from basic groceries and cutting-edge electronics to home essentials and, yes, stunning furniture as well. Elevate your shopping journey with affordability, diversity, and accessibility at The V, conveniently located at 1745 Coney Drive in Belize City.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connections. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Vehicle scams are becoming all too common across the country. Every year, dozens of people are swindled out of their money after trusting someone to buy a vehicle on their behalf. Many of these cases come to light through ongoing court battles or social media complaints calling out the alleged scammers. In tonight's episode of 5 Point Breakdown, News 5's Paul Lopez dives deep into the world of these automobile scams. We'll hear from a victim, an industry insider, and even an alleged scammer to understand how these scams operate and what potential buyers can do to avoid falling prey. Here's that report.
There's been a flood of stories lately about folks getting swindled out of their savings by a sneaky vehicle scam. It's heartbreaking to see so many people fall victim to these con artists.
Anytime, any errands or anything, he's the one who used to carry out my errands. And I trusted him because he was the one who really was the main go-to person that I had to carry out my errands. You understand? And I entrusted him with the money. And I had another vehicle, a van also, and I had entrusted that with him to sell that for me because he had said, he could sell it for me. And of course, I wanted to get another vehicle to be able to take my kids to school.
Zenaida Moya put her faith in Melbourne Wade to handle buying her new car and selling her old van. Now he's facing the magistrate's court, accused of swindling her out of over $50,000. Back in 2024, Wade was hit with 8 separate charges for similar scams. Having worked for Moya for years, she never imagined he'd betray her trust like this.
He brought the vehicle To me? Yes, I have photos of the vehicle. I have photos of him.
In the vehicle?
Yes, in the vehicle. I have photos of him standing next to the vehicle.
So you touched it. It's not an imaginary...
No, this isn't an imaginary. I can show you photos. I can show you everything of this vehicle.
After spending weeks behind bars at the Belize Central Prison, Melbourne Wade, the man accused of scamming Zenaida Moya, told the media in January that he's ready to come clean about his actions.
4 cases has been withdrawn against me, and people have going to civil suit matter where. You know, it's not the problem by paying back people their money, ban business, or fix what is gone wrong. But I have a changed life. I have a family out here that I need to be out here for.
Wade insists he didn't scam anyone. He claims it was just bad business. And that's just the case. One bad deal often leads to another, as some dealers try to fix one client's issue using another client's money, in essence, a Ponzi scheme. Maho Koch, the owner of Coachella Car Club, also shared his thoughts on the matter.
There is almost nothing for 10,000, 15,000. It sounds like a lot of money, but when you buy something on the auction in US as low as 1,000 US, it costs you here landed after repairs, service, minimum 15,000. So you have to put your minimum 20%, 30% profit margin, because you take about 2-3 months to restore the vehicle. We are talking about 3 months per vehicle. So how do you manage that? And people, they don't want to pay the 15 grand or 20. They say, no man, I want cheaper. When you say cheaper, that's when they catch you, because they are out there waiting for you.
During a recent press conference, the Financial Intelligence Unit highlighted the car dealership industry as one of the most vulnerable sectors to money laundering. From a law enforcement perspective, they emphasized the risks and challenges this industry faces.
When we look at sectors, we're looking at how vulnerable they are, and that's compared to what threats they might be faced with.
But now a specific one can be identified as the top of the list?
There are several that have high levels of vulnerability, yes. And I can zone in on the non-financial ones. So to name them, it would be, for example, vehicle dealers, real estate, those sorts of sectors, yes.
In a recent interview, the Minister of Home Affairs brought up concerns about money laundering in the car dealership sector. Interestingly, at least 2 senior officers, including the Commissioner of Police, owns a car dealership. While this isn't illegal, it does raise eyebrows about whether police officers should be investing in an industry plagued by scams and laundering risks.
We are not going to go down a road of restricting police officers from having a business. Now, that business obviously has to be legitimate. They obviously have to maintain their reputation in carrying out their business. That is what is important. You have to look at that. If they're swindling people, I fully agree with you that they should not have a business of that nature and remain police officers. They should come out of the department.
In August 2024, the Magistrates Court ordered Eden Crichton to pay Gilbert Blair $9,686. Blair had shelled out $13,000 for a van he never received and is still waiting to be paid back. Meanwhile, well-known businessman Amado Badillo is facing at least 3 charges for allegedly scamming hardworking Belizeans. In a shocking turn of events on January 20th, a couple was murdered, allegedly by a car dealer who took their money but never delivered the vehicle. Both the victims and the dealer were from the same community, making this one of the most extreme cases we've seen.
So it's not, it can happen to just this person or just this person that may be, old or fit the code that maybe is, I don't know, whatever you say, maybe he doesn't have anybody around them, maybe uneducated, whatever you may say. No, it doesn't have to. It's all different persons that it can happen to. It is something whereby everybody, it doesn't matter what background you come from, be careful. Yeah. Just be careful.
The best way to avoid getting scammed when buying a vehicle is to make sure you have all the necessary paperwork for every agreement. Mahakoch advises that no one should take the process of purchasing a vehicle lightly.
You got to touch it, you got to feel it, you have to test drive it. You know, many people have been buying imaginary goods in Belize. It's not only vehicles, it's phones, furnitures, even properties, real estate. We have seen what's happening in Belize. You know, when I look at the statistics, most of the time, friends, the people who know each other, sue each other. Because of the trust, you sue your own friend. Why? Don't trust that easy. Many people, they're like, man, I don't have time. I don't want to go through that. Here's the money, how much? 20, here you go, just bring it. You're not buying panades, man. It doesn't work like that. This is not tacos. This is a vehicle, this is a big investment.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
When we return, teachers sick out at Belmopan Baptist High School.
Implementation plan is to replace the high-pressured sodium lights, better known as HPS lights. These HPS lights will be replaced by the LED lights. Therefore, LED street lights, advanced optics can fine-tune the distribution of lights, ensuring better coverage of the roads, roundabouts, parks, businesses, public area, homes, etc. The feedback have been great. We get positive feedback from the community when it comes to the improved brightness and light quality which LED provides by means of visibility and safety, especially at night.
Before the LED lights was installed, it was kind of dark, you know. Most of the time, you have to look and check. But with the LED lights now, you can see from far.
I like it because it's a nice bright light, because the customer feel much safer to come to the shop.
From the LED lights now that BL had put, it improved a lot. Well, the difference is that they look way far clearer.
Well, I must say thanks again to BL on this one, because actually our nice improvement also. It bring up the mahogany, because the mahogany is one of the active street in a Belize city, and also I live back at Gongolong, and when I come off work, it's just a bloom. Nice for me now. When I come home at night, I can see clearly.
The main objective this year is basically to change out 16,000 HPS lights. So the street light replacement will occur at every respective zone. For example, Central, Belize District, North, Orangewa, Corozal, West, Cayo District, South, Tancreek District, and Toledo District. We have started some years back with the street light replacement project, and the 16,000 will account for the 100% that we need to complete on the distribution system.
Bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connections. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
This is my first time here.
Hopefully it's my last.
My dear friends, here we are, all in our true colors. Transfer papers, your key to the Mvule Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I know.
Here are your clippers. Clippers? Who's in? We are prefects. We run this place. So let's act like it.
Solomon, the head prefect, quick. Is my collar straight?
We'll be out of Mvule High before you can pronounce the word scholarship.
We have a mystery to solve. The only way we can make a difference is if we stick together.
When I'm head prefect, each and every student will have a voice. You need to show that news quick, Mvule.
hate this school! Freedom to grow.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México ahora puedan ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal. Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno. Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
Today, teachers at Belmopan Baptist High School staged a sick-out to protest the school administration's behavior. 7 out of the school's 19 teachers called in sick. Despite this setback, classes continued as usual. News 5's Brittany Gordon has more details.
Nearly half of the teachers at Belmopan Baptist High School didn't show up for work today, calling in sick to protest against several actions taken by the school's administration. Despite their absence, the school continued to operate. We spoke with one of the teachers participating in the sick-out to get their perspective.
Most recently, we had a security officer who was wrongfully terminated, and so all of this has led to amount of frustration amongst the staff members, and we are asking for a meeting with the entire board of management, and at this juncture they have refused to have such a meeting. And that is the reason why we are taking these actions today.
The teachers allege that since the new principal took over in August 2024, several employees, including those with over 17 years of service, have been unfairly terminated. However, Pastor Ashley Rock, chairman of the school and president of the Baptist Association of Belize, insists that these staff changes were necessary for the school's improvement.
I've watched, as I've worked on that board for a while, I've watched as our school was manipulated by people that did not even belong to our association. So Baptist decided we're going to take back our schools. We're going to run our schools the way we want and the way we feel that it is right to make sure that the kids get the education they need. We've had resistance. The last principal left, he resigned and he left. And so we were saddled with the responsibility of getting a new principal.
The teachers shared that the previous principal was problematic, so they were initially excited about the new leadership. However, they now feel that the new principal consistently disrespects the staff.
To come and tell us, then know that, come and tell the teachers that the principal left because the teachers frustrate him is totally untrue, because he himself condoned those. It is under their management, so how could it be that it is our fault? So that is one of the things that we see, we are noticing. The buck stops with the chairman in this case, and he can step in and select someone who should run the school, a true leader. Recently, the chairman told us that they intentionally hired the current principal right now. I don't know what he means by that.
Rock explained that there's been a recent push within the Baptist community to reclaim ownership of their schools. This movement has brought about leadership changes, which haven't been welcomed by all staff members.
My contention as it relates to Baptist school in Belmopan is that I get the impression that the teachers want to continue to tell us how the school should be run, and I will not have it. I wasn't afraid to say to them, this is our school, and if you don't want to stay, you are free to leave. That was the reason they felt disrespected. But we have a process how we're going, we even in the Baptist Association, we have decided how we are going to recaptivate our schools and make sure that they're under our guidance.
To resolve the issues, the teachers requested a meeting with the entire administrative team. However, they were informed only 3 directors would be in attendance. Rock maintains that this approach is the best way to approach the situation.
As a board, we were going to sit down, listen to our directors, what they found, and then chart a way forward as to how to engage or better work with the teachers, if you will. But they didn't want to give us that chance. They told us, you have to do what we want. We want on all, and the last time all of us went, it was a disaster. They were very embarrassing. Some of the things that they did while the meeting was going on was wrong. And I felt to myself, I will not be ambushed again. I will not go into no meeting where nobody will ambush me and try to pin me into no corner. So I asked the 3 directors, and they were willing to go.
According to Rock, the teachers have not been receptive to the changes brought on by the new principal and continuously push back against her authority.
The principal came on board and did revolutionary thing for our school, right? But ever since she came, they continue to fight her. They continue to bring her down. They continue to say strange things about her. All the lady's intention was, she knew how schools are run. She was once a vice principal in a high school. She came to our school trying to help us.
The teachers continue to push for better treatment and demand that their concerns be taken seriously. They maintain that mutual respect is conducive to a healthy work environment.
We hope to get this matter rectified and all in the relevant stakeholders that they get on board, and that we see that this matter be addressed, including the Ministry of Education. Because at the end of the day, we have our students' interests at hand, and that is our ultimate goal, that they receive the best education.
Rock says that he is open to hearing the teachers out, but has put his foot down about the way the meeting will be conducted.
They either come and meet with the 3 directors and give us the opportunity to hear from the directors what the issues are, because I'm not going to meet with them again. I will not be embarrassed again, right? Last time we had a meeting, I was embarrassed. And I felt the disrespect that they talked about was the disrespect they gave to me as the chairman of that school board.
Brittany Gordon for News 5.
This morning, at least 7 teachers at Belmopan Baptist High School called in sick as part of a protest. They're upset over what they describe as unethical and disrespectful actions by the school's administration. The teachers are also demanding an audit to investigate potential mismanagement of funds. Minister of Education Francis Fonseca has acknowledged the situation, stating that the ministry is aware of the teachers' concerns and is taking steps to address them.
Yes, I'm aware of it. It was brought to my attention, I think, on Monday. And I asked, yesterday, I asked the Deputy Chief Education Officer, Mrs. Cecilia Ramirez Smith, to go to the school, to engage with them, to meet with them. So I think it's something that she is working on. But we are aware of the issues and the concerns that have been raised. So we're going to, of course, we have to as well work with the management and the board. You know, it's not a government school, so we have to engage with the managing authority and the board. But yes, the ministry is actively looking into that matter.
Last week, the Ministry of Education issued a warning about an entity called the Ultimate Business University. This organization claims it plans to bring 5,000 students from the U.S. to Belize and hire a whopping 35,000 teachers. It also asserts that it's registered as an educational institution in Belize. However, the ministry clarified that this business is neither registered nor legally recognized in Belize and has no official ties to the government of Belize. Earlier today, Minister of Education Francis Fonseca addressed the issue, emphasizing the importance of verifying such claims.
It doesn't sound to me at all feasible or logical. That's just my view. Listen, I can tell you, we get lots of proposals from institutions all over the world. Every month you get one or two from all over the world. You don't know who these people are, you don't know anything about them. So, you know, my own view is that that would not be something we would consider at all, but they would have to make as I said, there's a procedure in place, there's a legal procedure in place for you to apply, especially if you want to open some offshore school. There's a special regime in place, especially for those kinds of institutions, because so many of them have been associated with scams, fly-by-night institutions that are just, you know, taking people's money. So we have to be extremely careful with those types of institutions. In fact, we're looking to close down some that got licenses previously. So, you know, yeah, that would have to be looked at carefully.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.